Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Wednesday, January 17th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only. It is not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries significant risks and should only be attempted with funds that you can afford to do without. All right, that's all for today. No crude oil inventory report this morning at 10:30. Monday holiday means that will be 11 o'clock tomorrow, Thursday, 11 a.m. So I will see you then. But in the meantime, we'll have a regular session today. So we will have a 10 a.m. mini session today that I'll take a look at. Crude oil this morning. This is its first trade of the day that it triggered into around 9:15. 9 o'clock start time. This is the 8-cent momentum bar for TradeStation users, 8-tick range bar for NinjaTrader on Spotlight Power Trader. That has already hit both targets. So this will be a one and done session. 20 and 32 ticks. 52 ticks on the morning. So that's about $26 less commissions and fees. For a single contract, obviously that's going to be for a fairly small account. But you'll obviously will ramp up your position size as your account size grows. Maintaining approximately a 2% risk. Stop now at $70.99, although the basic trade plan is 2 fixed targets, so we are done with that trade. Another minute plus to market open. Unleaded has been a little more difficult this morning. It had a long setup 904. That stopped and reversed. 906.33 setup. So that would have been at 039. And then we go back and stop and reverse again at 091, which was the original long trade we had. We got almost exactly the same trade back again. This time it was successful, picking up target 2 and just stopping out now on the trailer at 198 from 091. So 107 ticks on the trailer. Target 2 was worth 72 ticks. I suspect that'll get us, if not positive, very close to it. We go 91 to 39. Well, maybe not, actually. Yeah, 91 to 39. So that's 52 ticks. Down 104, and we go right back to 91, so that's another 104. So we're down 208, and we pick up 179 on this, so we're down 29. So we'll need another, another trade on unleaded. Markets did open while we were looking at that. And let's see. And I would say that trade was not tradable, even though it pulled down fairly significant, or at least significantly looking at the chart. I got a full bar down, but bar timing, we were all the way back up to here by 10 seconds after market open. So I would say that was not a tradable trade. Soybeans in an early trade, and we have not had anything that we can actually this is a valid trade considering we're not in a trade already, but that has canceled now with 2, and we have a short trade. That looks like it's 1 tick above the session low. I'd go ahead and push that down to 11 1/4 below the session low. Still not in it, I don't believe, with the 2 tick adjustment. But we are now. It did push down to 11 1/4. Now that was a 2 tick adjustment. We had a 7, so we're going to have to go to target 2. That's going to be 0975 will be our money management. Soybeans in a strong downward move. And we had a couple of, a lot of action on the micro Russell, but none of it that would have been tradable, it doesn't look like. Unleaded with a short trade. And stopping and reversing back to long at 226. Looks like we just got money management. So stop to 227. And it looks like a break-even stop out. Let's see what was... Money management was at 39. Yep. We got at least 10, so yeah, that's a break-even trade. Getting one tick on the break-even stop out. Looks like we almost got down to target 2 on soybeans. A couple of squeeze zone trades on the YM. Alright, looks like a break-even stop out on soybeans. Didn't quite get to target. Now we have a long trade on the YM. Just 19 ticks to target 1, so we will go to target 2. right. Stop and reverse short on the YM. That's going to be at 07 and hit it. Let's see about timing. 48 and it definitely stopped and reversed. Short trade on unleaded, and it's still in it. Avoided the stop and reverse, and we are short on the YM. Russell looks like a nice winning trade on the long side. Haven't had a chance to look at that very much. This looks like a valid trade, another valid long trade. Appears that we hit stop before we hit the entry. So that would be a valid trade. We'll have to track it manually. .26 tick target 1 on the YM, so that is a valid target 1. And we have another short trade on soybeans. 207 flat, so we did hit the entry, but I would say make that 206 3/4 because that, in all likelihood, that was a spike to the entry. And just stopped out, so cancel that trade. And that is, if you cancel the trade, that's a valid. Now it becomes a valid long after the trade stopped out. 10 1/4 for the entry. Actually, that may be 10 3/4. Yeah, 10 3/4 for the entry. Hasn't come back to it yet, after it did show valid. So technically, the short trade would still be valid as well, and I would definitely make it. Well, no, the short trade did hit its stop, so it's off the table. Unleaded, stopping and reversing back to long again. $36.41. And we did reverse, or did enter the long trade on soybeans. Took a full stop on the Russell long. Now we've got another long that looks like it's, yeah, that just went to target 1. We need our 14 ticks, and we've got that. So break even stop at 18.9 or 18.8. Target 2, we need target 3. YM taking heat on the short, but still surviving. Money management target 1 on soybeans. Nice little pullback. Catching a target 1. Stop comes to 11 flat. Not likely to get a whole lot more than that with the 50, but it's possible. YM coming down to test the 50 again. And I believe the Russell stopped. Yep, Russell stopped out for a break even. So a win, a loss, and a break even. Stop and reverse on unleaded, filtered out by the crossover filter. Russell picking up a short, micro Russell. Didn't talk about the pound Aussie this morning. It actually picked up, has this get in sync short, and right at 8:30 we got a pullback to the entry. Immediately dropped down, picked up target 1, and then stopped out at 328 from the entry at 334. So a target 1 and the remaining 3 positions coming off on the trailer for a one and done session this morning. Soybean still testing the 50 EMA. Stop still at 11 flat. And now we have a new stop and reverse back to short. Let's see, we aren't in a trade session yet on crude, but so we're still long on unleaded, long on soybeans, and our short trade on the YM takes a full stop out. Kind of difficult morning. Okay, soybeans. Still working around the 50 EMA. If you avoided the short, this is a POQ trade on soybeans. Trailer picks up a tick, 11 1/4. And the Russell didn't trigger the short yet. Actually, no, it triggered that short. That was a break even. Triggered a long that was a full stop out. And now back. Didn't trigger the short, but now seems to be going back upward. And soybeans with a close above the 50 EMA. See if that's enough for us to break through. Still hasn't pulled away. And there is an entry into the short trade on the micro Russell. Looked to me like it did not hit the entry. It went up, hit the stop, and came down and hit the entry ultimately. And taking heat now. So that's going to be 2 losses. If we lose on this one, it will end the session. And a short on the YM. Still in the Russell short. Soybean stop at 12 flat. So that's five ticks on the trailer already. What are we looking for target 2? And looking for 15 1/4. Picked up 11 ticks for target 1. And we have 3 positions still available. Unleaded still long. It's bounced off the 50 EMA once. Crude testing the 50 and the 200 itself, so, as is unleaded. And soybeans stopping out at 12 flat, it looks like. Yep, it did. So that is 15 ticks on those 5 ticks on the trailer, so 15 ticks on the 3 remaining positions, along with 11 gives you 26. 6.5 points. Good morning, Kevin. Please do say hello in the chat. Glad you found us. Working with Backpacktrader strategies here. I run typically about 8 charts in the morning as examples. We just finished the soybeans trade. Normally start at 9:30, so you're a little late coming in. Our 9 o'clock session on crude oil, CL, and on the 8-tick range bar for NinjaTrader that I'm using, 8-cent momentum bar for TradeStation was one and done this morning. Picking up a trade around 9:15 and going immediately through the first 2 targets, which are our trade plan targets. Target 1 for 20 ticks, target 2 for 32 this morning. 52 ticks on the morning. It's about $26 for a single contract position. I'm sorry, that's $260. $10. I'm thinking the micro contract, but that's $260 for a 2-position trade on the full crude contract. Soybeans having reached its power of quitting goals. assuming that the short trade right down here was avoided. Fifties, 49-second bar, but I looked to me like it spiked to the entry before I could have gotten an order in, so I would have moved my entry down to 6 3/4 and avoided that trade, and picked up the winning long trade for a one and done session there. All right, looks like we survived on the Russell for a break even, and then we have a nice long trade that the Russell got to. That's hit targets 3 and 4, which are our take profit targets, and now trailing with the final position at now 20.3. Russell back up into the 1900 range. It's been down as low as 1700s recently. All right. Unleaded stopping. Looks like it stopped in reverse to a short. Plotted entry is 173, so we'll go down to 169 for the stop and reverse. Make a 4-tick adjustment there for the stop and reverse on the unleaded. Oh, that was... Yeah, 209, excuse me. And now not sure where it's going to go. Bring All right, we are in our 10 a.m. crude mini session. Long trade was too early and is now stopped out. So that's off the table. And YM takes a full stop out on the short trade. good long trade on the Russell. That has stopped out now. This will be our last trade on unleaded. And we have a long trade on crude. For our 10 a.m. mini session. Look for trades from 10 to 11. Actionable target. First actionable target is target 1. 2 position trade, we go for target 1 and target 2. Stop at 70.93. The entry was at 71.12. Looks like our first target is 71.25. And another Russell trade, long again. Pete, please do feel free to ask questions, Kevin. Okay, target 1 on the micro Russell. We need 14 ticks to go to break even. And we did get it, so stop should be at 26.3. And stopping out for a break-even stop out on the micro Russell. That should be the 6th trade, I believe, so that will end the session. Power of quitting rules for the micro Russell. That is a catapult strategy for the Backpacktrader. This particular trade plan will take up to 6 trades, 4 wins or 3 losses, whichever comes first. Unleaded still in the short trade. It's still in the short, and now it's in positive territory again. Crude long trade in trouble. We have a stop and reverse setup. See that dark blue arrow? That's a trade setup. That's going to be at 93. That's going to be at 93, which is a full stop out with the stop and reverse adjustment. Well, only 1 tick since the original, just to bring us to the original stop. So we are short. We'll only take up to 3 trades on this trade plan. And the YM seeming to be a little out of step. Got another short trade there with what appears to be a fairly solid uptrend. Moving averages starting to spread away. There's a long trade on the YM. That'll be a stop and reverse at 508. Well, two full losses on crude for this mini session, and that actually is a stop. That is a session ender with two losses. We have another. Actually, yeah, we said that was the last trade on the Russell, and the unleaded short takes a full loss as well. So this is a good place to bring it to a close this morning. I've been in about 45 minutes here. This is all day trading, as we're looking to be in and out in just a few minutes. This is absolutely day trading. The pound Aussie chart's probably the slowest one of the bunch that we look at, but it already finished its trading. It starts at 8:30 in the morning, but we had a trade that we could get in sync with. This trade set up back at like 7:15 this morning, but right here at our start time at 8:30, we had a pullback to the entry. So we were in the trade, picking up target one right down here. That was worth 17 pips. And we had 4 additional positions that came off. And we just got a short setup on the pound Aussie here. The final 4 positions came off at the trailing stop at 328 for 6 pips each, or 24 pips. So we picked up net of 41 pips this morning on a single trade. But we are, at this point, we're flat on all of these charts. So that's definitely on a day trading time frame on all of these. We're not looking at swing trades. Swing trades would typically be trades that you're looking to stay in from anywhere from, 1 to 7, maybe 10 days, typically, not long period. Or at least you're not looking to be in and out the same day. So swing trades would be longer duration, through multiple sessions. So we don't typically look at a lot of swing trades in this room. This is all day trading. All right. Well, we will do it again tomorrow. Same place essentially. We'll be in at 9:30 Eastern Time tomorrow morning. We do have an additional session tomorrow. That normally would be today. The crude oil inventory report comes out normally Wednesday mornings at 10:30, but because of the Monday holiday, it moves back to Thursday at 11. So we will do a regular 9:30 session in the morning, and then we'll do an 11 o'clock session for the crude oil inventory report. Those are already, if you look at the channel, those two sessions are already scheduled. So go to the Backpacktrader YouTube channel and look down toward the bottom of the page. You'll see the live sessions scheduled for 9:30 and 11 tomorrow. And I will normally put up the sessions for the following week after we finish the Thursday sessions. So I'm in Tuesday through Thursday, 9:30, and then the crude oil inventory report, whether it's Wednesday, Thursday, and occasionally, once in a great while, it'll be Friday. All right. You should get those about 30 minutes before I go live if it's consistent with what I've seen. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Oh, and good morning, Robert. Hey, yeah, getting a late start. Oh, okay, yeah. Weather is getting kind of nasty a lot of places. I've been down in Florida for most of the last month, and it was cool for down there, but still not below the 60s. But got back home to North Carolina, and it was around 20 this morning when I got up. At least it's clear and sunny, and we're supposed to stay out of the snow. But I started to say, I definitely don't. I try not to drive on ice. I don't mind driving too much on snow, but ice is a whole different animal, and you got to have the right tires and vehicles for that. And that you have to be really careful with. But we will be back tomorrow morning at 9:30. Crude oil inventory session at 11 tomorrow. So I will see everybody. Those of you coming in late for the crude oil inventory session this morning, that is going to be tomorrow at 11 because of the Monday holiday. The inventory report does not come out until tomorrow at 11. So we will be back 9:30 tomorrow morning for the regular session, 11 o'clock for the crude oil inventory session. So everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you again tomorrow. You too, Robert.